Size Eyes on the Skies. We're looking at warmer temperatures for the rest of the week. Sam Schreier will have those details. Plus, Colleen Melberg takes a look at what's going on around the nation. Stay tuned. Size Eyes on the Skies for Monday, February 4th starts right now.
Broadcasting live from Ames, Iowa, this is Size Eyes on the Skies. ISU TV's longest-running television show brings you the weather around the country, in Iowa, Ames, and beyond. The Iowa State Meteorology Department's team of forecasters keeps you ahead of the next weather system. Size Eyes on the Skies starts now.
And good evening, everyone. I'm Corey Hargeth. I'm joined by Colleen Melberg. Now, Colleen, we've been fortunate to not have to deal with all these little clipper systems that have been pushing through much of the region.
Absolutely. I mean, they're quick, they're windy, and they've been bringing some really cold temperatures to certain areas.
And they're just one after another.
They are. There's been just absolutely one after another all week, and there's still more to come.
Yeah. So I actually got a call from my sister who goes to school in La Crosse on Friday night, asking me if it's ever going to stop snowing there because it's just one after another.
Oh yeah, I have some family, up in northern Michigan, and they're getting the same thing. It just doesn't stop.
But it's winter, and eventually it will probably come to an end. But like you said, there's more of those clippers on the way.
Yes.
And I assume you probably have details on that coming up.
I do.
All right, we'll talk to you in a little bit. But for now, Sam Schreier, how you doing?
Oh, Corey, it's good. It's been a long time
Yes,
since I've been on Size Eyes, so it feels good.
Where have you been?
I've been good. The weather, unfortunately, is going to be quite boring. Colleen will tell you that, and I'm going to tell you that too. Maybe a shot of rain here in the forecast coming up, but let's go ahead and take a look at the day planner anyway. I'll tell you how your night's going to come along. So about 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, going to be about 22 degrees. A few clouds in the sky tomorrow, but we are on a bit of a warm-up, heading up to about 33, maybe even a little higher towards the end of the day tomorrow, mid-30s. So we're starting to get back into what's normal for January, out of that deep cold we settled into, and it's looking great.
Hey, I'll take it.
I'll take it.
If it means we can get into spring sooner, fine.
Yeah, spring sooner, chasing season, all that, and I'll tell you all more about it in my forecast.
All right, thanks, Sam. We'll talk to you in a little bit. In the meantime, we're going to send it to our first break, but when we come back, Colleen Melberg has a look at your national forecast. Stay with us.
And good evening. I'm Colleen Melberg. I'm going to take a look at your national forecast for this evening. So current temps out for the nation right now, 41 in St. Louis, 12 in Minneapolis, and 47 in Billings. It's actually warmer in Montana than it is here. But if you take a look down south, 68 Miami, 49 Atlanta. It's definitely much warmer as you travel further south. Highs this afternoon, we reached up to 73 in Dallas and 57 in Denver. So definitely as you head to those mountainous regions, it's a bit cooler in those higher elevations. But if you take a look up towards Minneapolis, 14 up there, and that's due to a clipper system that is currently making its way through that area. And for those of you who don't know, a clipper is a very short, quick cold front that brings like gusty winds and very chilly Arctic air to the area. So these areas such as like Chicago, Minneapolis could be looking at some snow possibly into the early this week. Highs for tomorrow, 69 in Dallas, 48 in St. Louis, and 59 in Denver. So overall, not much of a change, but Minneapolis, 29, a little bit of warm up after that clipper moves through this evening, but those temperatures will be cooling off again later into this week. But 79 in Miami, so if you're maybe looking for a nice warm spot to go, definitely the place to be. Tomorrow's forecast for the region, especially Midwest, 51 Kansas City, 38 Sioux Falls, and 29 in Minneapolis, so those snow showers possibly moving in. So just be wary, some winds could be gusty into these areas. And for your clouds and radar today, you can definitely see where the snow system is pushing off into Pennsylvania. It's where there might begin the heavy snow, especially around the lake effect areas, maybe around Cleveland, and even like the Pittsburgh area, and some of those areas could definitely be affected by the extra lake effect area. But for the further south, like Kentucky, you have that rain pushing through. That'll move through later tonight, and you should be clear by later into tomorrow morning. Futurecast for us today. Can definitely see where that kind of clipper system is making its way through. The first one is going through New York, and this next one up here is in Minneapolis. It'll be making its way, like I said, through tomorrow night. So definitely want to watch out for maybe some snow. And into tomorrow morning, it starts pushing through Wisconsin and maybe into the northern Michigan areas. Some areas with lake effect snow could see anywhere up to 1 to 4 inches, and maybe around Duluth even could see even higher totals than that. Moving on forward to Tuesday evening, you can see how that snow shifts even further towards the New York area and Buffalo. So those snow totals could be, again, going into there. And then as into Wednesday morning, maybe a few showers around the Gulf area. Another clipper system moving up toward by Minnesota. That high pressure will start to build in around like Iowa and Illinois, keeping those skies clear for us, but definitely a bit chilly for the rest of the area. And as later on to the week, you definitely see clear skies for much of the west, or Midwest, I should say. It's nice and sunny for us. Warnings across the nation, pretty clear for the most part, except for the eastern half of the United States. You can see maybe around here we have a winter weather advisory where that snow is popping in. But other than that, maybe a few flood warnings, but it's pretty clear for most of the country. Zooming in a little bit, you can see maybe around Indianapolis you have those flood warnings, so just keep an eye out for those areas. And for City of the Week, Miami, Florida. So if you want to get away from maybe those snowy clipper systems that'll be moving through the area, maybe the sunny beach around Miami, Florida is the place for you. So as you can see, the rest of the week, 79, 80 degrees. That is a big difference in those 20s that we experienced here today. And later in the week, the 30s that we'll be seeing, and Sam will probably tell you more about that in a bit. But for them, only a slight chance of rain, 10% almost every day. Mostly partly cloudy skies, so not too bad if you're looking for a nice place to go. And with that, that's your national forecast, and I'll send it back to Corey.
All right, thank you, Colleen. Let's take a look at the trivia question for tonight. There it is. All right, what was the name of the 1992 storm which caused massive damage to the Bahamas, Florida, and Louisiana? Was it Andrew, Alex, Alberto, or Hugo? We'll take a look at that answer, plus get your latest Iowa forecast from Sam Schreier when Size Eyes on the Skies returns. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and take another look at the trivia question for tonight. To recap the question, what was the name of the 1992 storm which caused massive damage to the Bahamas, Florida, and Louisiana? Was it Andrew, Alex, Alberto, or Hugo? And the answer is... it was Andrew. And actually, until Hurricane Katrina back in 2005, this was the most expensive storm in U.S. history, causing more than $26 billion. And also, to add another little side note to that, after the storm occurred, to make sure that no other storm was ever renamed Andrew, it was taken out of the rotation and replaced with the name Alex. So on that note, it's time to check in with Sam Schreier to get the latest on the Iowa forecast. Sam?
Corey, how's it doing? It's good to be back. It's been quite a while. Now, you guys are going to have to bear with me a little bit as I don't have a camera right in front of me. So I'll be doing a lot of this out of the side view. So currently in Ames right now, it is a little cloudy and we're about 19 degrees out there. But we're going to have high pressure moving in, so we should see that temperature warm up. So current temps around the state, 19 in Ames, about 22 in Iowa Falls. So mostly 20s throughout the local part of the state. As we zoom out, not a whole lot of difference, mostly those mid-20s throughout the state too. So it's a pretty nice night. A little cooler off to the north and east, about 16 in Waterloo. Feels great out there, a lot better than we were feeling the other night when we dipped down to those negative numbers. Tonight's lows, we should hit about 13 in Ames, about 15 in Des Moines. A little warmer on the west side of the state, about 22 in Sioux City and 23 in Council Bluffs. So not too bad, and we'll keep warming up this week into about the mid-30s. Take a look at this, 35 in Ames, about 32 in Waterloo. We're down into the 40s actually here in the western part of the state, southwest there in Council Bluffs, and then cooler off to the eastern part of the state, Davenport about 33 degrees. So great temps all across the state for us. Currently clouds and radar. Just a few bit of moisture wanting to sneak its way in, but probably nothing's falling to the sky. We have a lot of dry air up there right now, but most of the state is clear, even if clouds. Some of those are starting to settle in, though, as we move into the night. They'll be switching in with high pressure and a little bit of a low pressure moving in as well. So clouds and radar, real spotty right now with those clouds, but they should be clearing out, and we'll have that high pressure sink on in, which is my next graphic here. I'll kind of help explain. So this high pressure is going to be a massive one right now, extending across the region actually, and as it slides down, those clockwise winds will spin that warm southwest wind up into the state. We'll have that temperature start to climb. But this is about the most exciting thing that happens for us for a while. Maybe a bit on Wednesday night, we could see maybe a snow shower or two want to pop in here through the northwest part of the state, but I doubt we're going to have that continue through. A little short wave is what it would be called, but that high pressure is going to slide out of the way, and really all we've got left is clouds. Just the smallest chance of some rain or some frozen precip moving in towards Wednesday, Thursday morning. So taking a look at tonight's temperature, about 15 degrees. Few clouds, again, as you saw in those surface map moving in, those are going to be rising. That high pressure sweeping that southerly wind up into the state with wind chills about near 5. The wind is still a little gusty out there right now. Tomorrow above freezing and nice, a little bit breezy, but the southwest wind from 10 to 15 miles per hour. So it's a good day tomorrow. We'll start to maybe get even a little bit of snow melt up we built up. So your 7-day forecast, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, even heading into Saturday, we got all above freezing temps. Saturday, we even get a little warmer than 30. We're back into the 40s. So we're kind of around where January's average should be. It feels great out there. But then coming into next Monday, possibly a storm system for Iowa. And, you know, some of the models have even been wanting to say maybe something could happen Saturday. And my chair is all sorts of messed up. Sorry, folks.
Oh, you got the lucky one.
I think I'm going to fall off this in a little bit. But nice weather heading up through this week.
Yeah, very nice, very spring-like. Maybe the rodent, Phil, got it right? Punxsutawney Phil?
Yes, Punxsutawney
What does it
Groundhog
mean?
Day.
You know, if it's cloudy, it's going to be an early spring.
Or something like that. I don't know.
I'm going to be real honest. I have no idea. I don't remember.
No.
I don't pay attention to Punxsutawney.
Yeah,
Just pay
like
attention to our goofy weather models who have no idea.
Honestly,
no idea with this system coming
The groundhog is probably more accurate than that thing is.
To be honest, okay. So for the folks at home who don't know, we've got this big trough working its way in, which is a big wave basically in the middle of the atmosphere with a giant low coming in from the Pacific coast. Now this could be kind of a big storm system, I mean even maybe blizzard-like conditions if it were to line up perfectly on a track just south of Iowa. But the models just kind of have been going back and forth, making this thing, we don't really know what's going to happen as of now. So it's out in the Pacific. Maybe when it gets a little closer to the West Coast, they'll get a better fix on it. But right now, Saturday's looking like it could be a great day for some severe weather down south, or it could just be kind of a bust day and just boring.
Yeah. There's a reason we call it Model Fantasyland.
Model Fantasyland.
Exactly.
Well, it's getting close to reality. She should start picking up on it, but the GFS, even the NAM, I don't know. Just, they don't know.
Yeah, I guess, like I said, sometimes I'd rather trust a rodent.
Yeah, I know.
At this point, you might as well.
Yeah.
No one really knows.
You know,
Yeah.
by the way,
Oh boy.
the Cyclones are winning right now against Oklahoma. So we've
Yeah.
got good stuff
Yeah.
going on. We won against Baylor the other day. I was at the game. That was a fun one to be at.
Yeah.
And,
And
Won
then,
how many home games in a row?
I mean, I'm not the right guy to ask.
all right, and
I'm
we're
sorry.
getting a score update here.
44-31 on the game. Okay,
All
so
right.
go Cyclones. We'll win this one.
All right.
And hey, when they get out, temps will start to warm on up. It'll be a good night.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so before we go tonight, we'd like to extend one more invitation to join us in helping support not only our meteorology department and the student chapter of the American Meteorological Society, but also the victims of Hurricane Sandy by heading out to Buffalo Wild Wings here in Ames and either mentioning that you would like to donate to the club or by presenting the ticket we've been showing on air over the past week or so. The event runs until 1 a.m., so you still have plenty of time to go out and enjoy some wings and help a great cause in the same process. You been out there yet?
I have
haven't.
not. I have not, but I'm hopefully planning on it. I mean, it's wings and it's for a good cause.
Yeah.
Why not?
So get out there, and if you still need a copy of the ticket, go to the Size Eyes Facebook page. You can print it there, and while you're there, make sure you like us and also upload any weather pictures you might have as well.
Over 100 likes, by the
There
way,
you go.
fans. Thank you very much. Over 100 likes on the Size Eyes Facebook page. We're making history. Making history at Size Eyes.
So
I think we even have more than Josh Allen's AMS meteorology
I
page.
think
I don't know.
I think we do.
I haven't looked at the numbers. So.
I mean, and we're continue to grow.
All right.
Exactly.
So thank you to everyone who has liked us. If you haven't yet, get on that. But for now, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a night. So
Yeah,
make
let's
sure
do it.
you join us back here on Wednesday night to get the latest forecast for both the nation and right here in Iowa. Until then, have a great night, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.